Alright, I am here with another game for you. I'm very excited about this game. I was messing around on some of the forums, and somebody recommended me too many smoothies. He was really excited about it. I don't know quite why. He mentioned something about in-game chat or something in that nature, but he said this was cool, so why not give it a shot? If we're talking about ELO here, we're talking about 1100 ELO. I think Too Many Smoothies almost 1200 ELO, so not too bad. He's playing as the Vietnamese here. Another reason that I picked this game is because Red is playing as Bulgarians. El Mangino? We're gonna just call him Mangino. Mangino. I am so sorry, I'm so bad with pronouncing names. Quite a far sheep spawn location there, so we know what that means. Red sheep are also quite far away from his season. TSTC. Does look like Too Many Smoothies has found all of his sheep. Also, wow, terrible camera work on my part to to broadcast any of that. I had a long day at work, and after work, you know what it's time for? It's time to relax, play some games, stream some games. Well, not stream, but cast some games, and have some fun. I really hope that you guys enjoy Age of Empires just as much as I do. I really found a new love for Age of Empires just by casting it. I know it's silly, it's a 20-year-old game, who cares, but I don't know. Age of Empires will always have a special place in my heart. Does look like Red has found his sheep, but not these two sheep yet. It looks like both are continuously producing villagers, but as I say that, I see that Red was slacking for just a moment. I really don't know what to expect from this game. I was hoping to get surprised. Surprise! That's like supplies, but not for militia. Nice tree chopping over here. You could have picked this tree, but it's hard to click when you have the big tree mods. I always say I like the small tree mods. Some people might say it takes away from aesthetic, and I definitely agree. If you're making or if you are playing a custom edited map, like I saw some really cool United States maps on some of the forums. And yeah, in that case, I think you just gotta turn off your mod and suck it up and enjoy the beauty of the experience. It is pushing in some ostrich, although this ostrich definitely does not want to die. Got him! And other than that, it looks pretty standard. About to get to that feudal mage. Not too many announcements. I try and record things way in advance, so by the time I post this, whatever I say now is probably not even relevant. So, yeah, I recorded this back when Donald Trump was president, which I know is like um, 3 weeks ago. I know that what I'm saying is not even like, logical because I would just say, oh, Donald Trump is our president, but obviously that's a straight up lie. Um, anyway, just trying to joke around, have some fun as this game finally gets started. I have another ostrich getting pushed in. I got a bunch of idle villagers over there, and it does look like Too Many Smoothies is up to feudal age and going for that Borlor up top. Both players actually around the same time getting to feudal. Did look like Too Many Smoothies had a little bit of trouble with that ostrich, and ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, it's more efficient, but you're gonna have some overflow, and villagers are still going to be bumping. Let's get it bumping, bumping. And it looks like Too Many Smoothies is building a barracks, and on the front we have a barracks from Red as well. Are we gonna get any militia? I'm not too sure if we are gonna get any militia, but we are getting a forward from Red at this time, and the barracks of Too Many Smoothies is not up quite yet. And it does look like militia are being constructed. That scout is denying that barracks for a little bit longer, and the villagers are just gonna run right through. Can he house wall this? No, he cannot. And now both players are feudal, and we have men at arms coming forward from Magno. We're just gonna call him Red. I'm not even gonna torture myself any longer. Spearman coming out from Too Many Smoothies. That's not gonna do too much. A lot of idols over here, and this looks disastrous for Too Many Smoothies. I heard a lot of good things about this guy, but this is not looking too good. A lot of idle time, although he is going to get that men at arm, but one more remains, and look at all that idle time. It looks like Red is going to be building a tower over here. I don't know, 2 spears against 1 militia. Probably in the spear's favor, especially if the militia doesn't hit back and is at half HP. Meanwhile, just trying to scare off this scout, and I think that tower is going to go up, but it's going to immediately get knocked down. Gotta wall those towers in, and Too Many Smoothies definitely was aware that that was going to go up. Yeah, you can repair that as much as you want, but that is going to go down. There are 6 villagers here. No bueno. Looks like Red is a much more non-meta player in the style that he's playing this. And it does look like a spearman got killed there. There is a lion now. Why you always lying? Oh, that was a short line. Anyway. Eco looking pretty good for Too Many Smoothies. Has experienced some pressure. Let's see the eco from Red. It looks like Red likes to make it messy. Only 1 on gold at this time. What is Too Many Smoothies up to? It looks like he's just building spearmen. I really wonder why he's just building spearmen. I feel like that could get countered pretty easily with men at arms. Or it could also get countered pretty easily by archers, but continuously producing spearmen, and there it is, the archery range. So that's what I was saying. Like, spearmen make sense if your opponent is going for scouts, and that's a dead spearman right there. And now it's 3 against 1. Can the man at arms hold his ground? And even with 3 spearmen poking that man at arm to death, he almost got 1 down. More men at arms coming out. I think at this point you just fight it. Actually, villagers do quite well against spearmen. They are 3 attack and 45 HP, whereas villagers do have that armor bonus, so even though they only have 40 HP, they do benefit from that a lot. Now, I don't know, maybe this is not a good Too Many Smoothies game, but I haven't seen anything too special from Too Many Smoothies, if I'm being completely honest. No mind games, no tricks. I was told this is the guy to watch, but to be honest with you, I'm just a little bit disappointed. I mean, I like that he's not a super waller boy, but what is up with these spearmen? A lot of spearmen. Is this like a debate to get his opponent to go into archers, and then now he's making skirmishers to counter the archers? That's kind of a funny debate, I will say. Some mind games for sure. I guess that's kind of cool. And that ostrich said Too Many Smoothies did not get in. And at this level, the micro is quite tricky. 1100 elo about. Almost 12, I think, for Too Many Smoothies at this point. And you should be able to get rid of these archers pretty easily. And spearmen go down all over the place. What is Red going to transition into? More men at arms. Okay. Red really liking his men at arms. Score-wise, Too Many Smoothies is down a little bit. Total resources in the bank and his house, about 200, 400 gold. And Red, we have, I think, a much better food economy. Less gold, but that's because he's producing archers and not skirmishers. I think skirmishers suck up so much of that needed food to go castle, and this should be an easy garrison for Too Many Smoothies. Red realizing that he's too close to the CC and is going to see if he can do some damage, and wow, that is a lot of skirms. I don't think he's going to be able to get the kill here. He's going to try for it and realizes now that he's not going to get it. And that's a dead archer. Too many smoothies, man. Too many smoothies. What's the game plan over here? Men at arms from Red and spearmen. Gotta have spearmen and skirmishers no matter what. Both very heavy on your food economy. That's why Red, I think, is already up to Castle Age, whereas Too Many Smoothies, well, he's simply not. He's not up, and he's not super close to being up, especially since he is getting more spearmen. Spearmen suck up food as well, as do all these skirms, but I mean, it's not, I mean, it's a trash build. Is Too Many Smoothies just a trash spam player? I'm confused. I'm just so confused. He also only has 1 on gold, that's kind of interesting. And I mean, he is outnumbering his opponent by a lot. I guess you get the skirmishers to counter the men at arms and the archers and the spears to counter any cavalry unit, and that way you always managed. Like, I'm just trying to find excuses for this strategy at this point, but it does look like Too Many Smoothies is up, and I'm just not understanding what Too Many Smoothies is all about. Maybe I'm just over-analyzing. I haven't seen any. No way, he's still making more spearmen and more. Smurfy. Okay, here we got some talking. Smurfy. He's calling him a Smurf because he reached Castle Age earlier than he did. Wow, interesting. But at the same time, they're about the same score. No response from Red. So maybe there is some psychological warfare that's going on, like with Big Scoob we saw. I mean, to be honest with you, Too Many Smoothies is getting into my head, and I'm not even playing against him, so whatever he's doing, it's working. Oh, Knight's coming out, Knight's coming out, Knight's coming out. That could be dangerous if Too Many Smoothies is not fully walled. I mean, all his spearmen are on the front here, and I'll tell you, that's a lot of spearmen. And we do have long swords over here at this time. And I would definitely just loop this knight around and see what damage I can do. He's control grouping it with longsword, that's why it's going slower. But it is nice to keep the longswords and the knights together. That way the longswords could kill the spearmen, and the knights could kill the. Wow, what an army over here! That's a bunch. That's a bunch. And yeah, that is now walled. But what you can do is you can click past that wall and see how the knight paths. And yeah, with this many spearmen, you definitely still kill knights. So that's the thing. Crepos! I do love myself some Bulgarians. What are the upgrades on these knights? +1/+1. probably should get defense, especially since there's so many skirms, although skirms won't do very much anyway. Is going for the attack upgrade for pikemen, for the defense upgrade on his archers, too many smoothies that is, and we got ourselves a game. And we have Conics. Conics definitely can do something against these pikemen. Once they stand up, they are a melee unit. But the problem is, even though they do get benefit from the attack upgrade when they stand up, they do not get benefit from the armor upgrade, which is just an interesting add. But I don't think too many smoothies can comfortably push this, even though he has way many numbers, just because there is a Krepos there, so getting to Red's main TC is going to be slightly tricky. Red on 2 TCs, too many smoothies, look like he's still on 1 TC. Been building a ton of army. I don't know what the idea is here. Too many smoothies is taking the score lead. I think Red is underestimating how much army his opponent has. I mean, he is pumping out conics, but that's only one production building versus 2 ranges and I think one. Okay, only 1 barracks, but definitely 2 ranges from too many smoothies. Getting the attack upgrade, has the defense upgrade already, will be +1/+1. Is there a hole here? Kind of looks like there is a hole, like you could just walk by. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I totally feel like he just attacked the wall and he didn't even need to because it was already open to begin with. That's hilarious. But now we do have Knights and Conics in, and meanwhile these spearmen are getting shredded by the Krepos. Trying to get some kills over here. I don't know why he's not committing. These pikemen definitely should be happening, and is getting attacked at home, whereas Red has not been attacked at home yet. Run those around, but pretty interesting composition from Too Many Smoothies. Just going for a ton of pikes and a ton of skirms. No matter what, that's just what you do. And I also better understand why Red went for the minute arm rush, because Bulgarians obviously get that upgrade for free. Don't have to pay for that. Another Krepos next to this, I think, is kind of bad. You probably shouldn't build one Krepos right next to the other. I understand you want it to go up, and I guess you want it more forward, and then you can build another one even slightly more forward, but I really think it's better to just protect your main gold, or if you want, try and sneak it up super aggressively. I do like how both players are really getting upgrades. The overall score is still very, very close. This Krepos does not have an upgrade though. I think it's worth, especially if you're planning on going a whole bunch of Krepos. Definitely get the damage upgrade because it does affect them. But other than that, it's been pretty mild. I mean, Too Many Smoothies definitely called Red a Smurf, but that's no big Scoob action there. And it looks like Red is booming 2 TCs. Auto Scout? No! It's a Conic that got I like that a lot. It's a really injured Conic, and this injured Conic is just scouting out the map. Now, if you want to get even more value out of your units, scouting with them when they are weak is definitely a good idea. I also personally love, if you're not engaging constantly, I love building a couple monks near my base and just allowing them to get healed up goes a long way. I mean, healing Teutonic Fortress taught me that trick. Heals forever. And Teutonic Knights are some beefy, beefy boys. Red base, free TCs at this point. Another one on that main gold, and I do think that's a good idea. Get some more spread on that. Ooh, sorry, getting the burps over here. And yeah, it's been relatively passive gameplay so far. It looks like red has now taken the score lead, and all of a sudden that's a lot of conics. 18, and these guys do definitely shred. +2, +2. Didn't quite see if he got bloodlines, but I'm assuming from the HP that he did. Although, somebody probably in the comments will say, wow, you're a fool. He didn't get bloodlines, or whatever. I wonder if he got the movement speed increase. That's an important one to get as well for horses. So he cannot auto scout with this, so you have to click this all the way in the right. And no way! Is this lion going to kill this conic? Why you always lying? What you lying? Stop and lying. Oh man, I kinda wanna see if... Oh no! Alright, place your bets right now. Don't fast forward. Is this conic going to survive? Or is that lion going to get him? Oh! The lion lost aggro. Well, if you said that the conic would live, you would have been correct. And it doesn't look like there are any more flags, so that was perfect timing. Wow. Insane. Alright. That guy's a legend right there. Oh, my dog is barking. I wonder if I'm getting the foods. And I don't know why he's insisting on pushing over here, red that is, when he could so easily push right through here. There's nothing over here. You attack over here, psych him out, and then whoop, right for the top. But no, we are attacking houses, and that is going to be a bunch of wasted conics in my opinion, especially since there are crossbows behind. Yeah, I know it's a little bit tricky to run in through here. And once again, this castle, like, what does it do? You have free some Smurfy. Oh wow. Okay, so it's subtle, you know? It's subtle. Too Many Smoothies. He likes a little bit of triggering, but not too much. Just enough to get Smurfy. Smurfy. Just enough to get in his head. Alright, that's some real Age of Empires right there if I've ever seen it. Smurfy. Smurfy. I'm coming for you. Smurfy. Oh wow. I mean, 300 score up is nothing. That could just be due to scouting, and as we know, this conic over here has been scouting a bunch, and it looks like we kind of have a stalemate going on over here. Definitely, if I'm red at this point, because I know that Too Many Smoothies doesn't really have anything that can push my castles, and that's also why, once again, oh, he's on the move. He's on the move. The lion didn't get him, and now he's in the back. Oh my gosh, he could have run all his conics around. What's he gonna do with this? Where is he go? Oh no! You scouted all of that to lose him like this. Seriously. I know there's like a big battle going on over here, going back and forth, but my gosh. As his body decays behind this house, the shame, the dishonor he caused his entire family. To live at 2 HP, to run around the whole world, and to then slip on a banana peel and die. Rough stuff. Didn't even take out another villager. Another cat. Why? Why? That was 2 inches more forward. Why, red? Like I mentioned before, I think it's so much better if he spreads out his castles near the front. It protects. And then if you do want to build a forward castle and go in. Having 2 castles, okay, cool, you can build 2 trebuchets, but if this castle, say, is back here, the reinforcements of trebuchets is not going to be too long. And if you are gonna build a castle, then build it on this gold that he's clearly mining, because you saw the mining camp earlier. I mean, it's a big investment to build a castle, so you might as well make the placement count. You might as well think about it for 2 or 3 seconds. I think a lot of people don't really think about castle placements. And look at Red expanding. Look at Red go. He's all over the place getting more golds, and at this point, that is a lot. Are we gonna get a Smurfy? Are we gonna get a Smurfy here? Della Duri me Smurf. Oh man, I can't. I can't. It's hilarious. It's so funny. Dele Duro me Smurf. Wow. I think people are seeing Smurfs everywhere nowadays. I mean, even if your opponent is slightly better, does not mean that they're a Smurf. I've been matched against people who are 100, 200 elo over me, especially if it's like a super, I don't know, unbusy day. Is that the right word? Calm day? Anyway, it does look like Too Many Smoothies is going to make it to the Imperial, not looking in too good of a spot. I was wondering if he's going to rage more or less if he wins this game. Like, is he going to, is he, like, but it's not really rage. It's not like what we saw with Big Scoob. It's way more subtle. At least in this instance. I don't know how he is in his other games. Red, by the way, has spread out everywhere very nicely, and it does look like this castle is going to go down, which could form big problems because now all these conics are running. But look at this army that Too Many Smoothies has here. That is a lot of pointy boys. 43 that are now halberdier, and Arbs behind. That's going to be hard to push, but oh my gosh, that is an unimpressive Magno. I was really hoping that was going to do a little bit more, but now this castle could go down. And I'm thinking to myself, like, he knows this is open in the back. Why not loop a couple of conics around and wreck Too Many Smoothies? Either way, Too Many Smoothies definitely getting some value out of those pointy boys. I didn't really fully understand why he was making so many of them, but I'm starting to understand better, especially if your opponent is Bulgarians. Killing them with Halberdier and then having Arbs behind is very nice. Upgrades on the +3, +2, not too bad. Meanwhile, a while ago, Red has expanded to this. I think building a TC here and getting more on that gold. Nah, there's already too many. Yeah, I think that's fine. Who cares? And it looks like Red is just gonna go full conic, getting elite conic. And that's another dead castle for Too Many Smoothies. I mean, it's pretty hard to push. You should definitely repair that Treb. Accuracy on Trebs is not great unless you have Warwolf. Really cool tech. I would love to have somebody. I saw some really cool videos online of people using Warwolf to kill a whole bunch of skirms. I would love to see that. And that ostrich, man. That ostrich is just, yep, I'm here. I'm still alive. We going at it. And at this point, it is Onager. Onager could definitely flatten some stuff. And this is hilarious. He knows it's open over here. The scout that died for nothing went in this way. And oh no. I think it's about to all fall apart for Too Many Smoothies. But he is relocating. The Arbs are remaining over here. The Onager I did not see. I don't think it did too much damage. Do see some blue bodies over here, but definitely didn't have Trebs or anything super meaningful. More house walls are being created. There is still a gap, and there is still a gap down here. There's even a gap in between those houses. Yeah, Too Many Smoothies just totally left the space open. And, ooh, that's a very forward archery range reduces on myself. And nice micro from Too Many Smoothies. Ooh, bada boom. Population for Too Many Smoothies not looking back. Didn't get that Onager, no, not quite. Oh! Big boom. Is he's firing on the conics with his, oh my goodness. The humanity. And now the castle again. Yeah, I think the castle is definitely the better target here. Although it is hilarious if he decides to continuously go for the iconics. And ooh, Onager shot just missing again, and taking down this castle is too many smoothies and just one hit. Trying to repair now. No, that's not gonna stay up. And targeting the mining camp, because why wouldn't you target the mining camp in that situation? Red targeting the archery ranges, and see, is what I'm saying. You lose that castle on the front. They're right next to each other. I mean, too many smoothies has to move this up like all like 2 inches. That ostrich is not loving his day. He's like, why am I on the battle line? But yeah, he just has to move these up like 2 inches, and now he can take out this Krepos, and then he can take out this Krepos. He made like a nice domino formation so that he could nicely take it down. And yeah, too many smoothies, that's a little greedy. You're not gonna be able to. Ooh! And guess what? The lion is still here. In the back, we have Sneak Stables. Too many smoothies, definitely having a lot of pressure coming his way. And it seems like Red is definitely the faster player. Definitely wouldn't call Red a Smurf though, although Smurfy, 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 Smurfy. Interesting, the Onager is getting wrecked, and oof. That does not look like the greatest fight, but the Arbs are still alive. There are 46 Arbs still, and they have plenty of upgrades. Let's see what happens over here. Ooh, does need to retreat. Do need those halberdiers in front of those. If he loses these Arbs, it could definitely be over right here, right now. Does have helps coming out, but you don't want the helps falling against the dismounted conics. You want them to be fighting against the conics. Ooh, running around, awkward position here, just trying to chase them down. And another castle being built over here. Remember, Too Many Smoothies did lose his castle, so he doesn't have any more traps. If this castle does go up, that could be problematic. Didn't quite knock them all down like the dominoes I was hoping for, and Red now building. It looks like Lycab in the back of Too Many Smoothies' face. This honestly might be game right here. Does look like Red is relentless. Oh! Oh! Oh man. Smurf. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Smurf. Oh my. Maybe a little bit of frustration on Too Many Smoothies, and I don't know if that bleep 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 was totally necessary there. Although that being said, I mean, he's been on the back foot this entire game. At this point, I'm one of those guys who likes rooting for the underdog. Oh no! Those stables were well placed, and that wall was not very well completed. Chip Smurf did. Oh man, Too Many Smoothies is too much for me, man. It says that Too Many Smoothies is located in the U.S., so it does look like he's speaking Spanish though, which is quite interesting. Maybe my Smurf. I mean, it was so subtle before, but it got pretty bad there at the end. I don't know if Red was a Smurf or not, but definitely got the better of Too Many Smoothies in that instance. That's too bad. And yeah, it does look like Red quite dominant. But look, I mean, too many smoothies, man. He was with it all the way. Just at the end there, those elite conics are real beasts. And it didn't look like he was investing into a whole bunch of gold units other than those arbs. Would have maybe been a good idea to, I don't know, get some onagers behind or something. Something behind to, I don't know. What can I say? Anyway, just really enjoyed casting that game. I definitely want to see another game of Too Many Smoothies. Maybe we'll jump right into that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.